Welcome to Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2. Look at this. So this is actually my first time checking out this map, and just look at this. So we've had Chapter 3 Season 1, Season 3, and now we have Season 2, and the only thing we're waiting on now is Season 4. So we're about to complete the entirety of Chapter 3 with creative maps, but today we're going to be checking out Chapter 3 Season 2. Not the best season in Chapter 3. It definitely had a lot of cool weapons and vehicles throughout this season, but it was not bad like Season 3 was of this chapter. You might not like my opinion, but at the end of the day it's my opinion. So let's check this map out and quit talking about it. So I'm assuming, imagine voice lines. What is this? So it looks like this map has some settings that let's see. So we grab this. Okay, custom settings. Okay, just like the Chapter 5 map, we have first person, zero build, and fly mode. Let's enable fly mode. We're gonna have main island access to the Chapter 3 map. We have invincible. Let's do that. Alright, there we go. So we do this. Custom weapons. Do we need weapons? Let's see. We could probably just take the Jules grapple gun. That should be enough. Let's see. Let's go back to the lobby. I want to check out these voice lines before we go into the map. Let's see what this is. Okay.
Listen up. I'm the Imagined. You don't know me.
So it looks like they kind of put storylines up in it. Look at the loading. Whoa. Okay. So what? Alright, so here we go.
Until then, you're gonna have to get comfortable with some ground maneuvers.
Okay, so I think that was the start of the season, because this season started out with no builds for about 2 weeks. So here is the map. It feels good. I'm on, I think, high graphics, like I always am. But here is the map. I mean, I just can't believe that, like, you know, this map is in UEFN. We've had so many chapter, like 1, 2, 5. I think no, there's no 6 or 4. But we've had like so many chapter like maps in this. And like Fortnite stated that you can't publish it. I mean, just look at this. We're on another Chapter 3 map, and it's probably only going to get better throughout here. I think somebody right now is making Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Season 3. So we have a lot of good stuff on the way. That I mean, I have nothing to do with it, but it's just still pretty cool, and that's why I make the videos to showcase what is possible in UEFN. And here we go. So I never really had a like crazy POI that I liked. Maybe like this POI, I think this was called like the command or something. Let's actually go back to the blimps, because that was the best part of the season, but especially in no builds. You know, slide kicking people off. I think that's when this got introduced. This is when sprint got introduced, and no builds as well. But let's get back up here. Let's see it. So there should be zip lines. I mean, this is still pretty cool, even though I really don't care about the season that much as I did for the other ones. But you know, it's pretty exciting to be able to just go revisit what we had back in Chapter 3 Season 2. Is it bringing me? What is this? So, okay, there we go. So let's get up here and let's just look at the map. So I'm not sure really where I want to visit, but it's still pretty cool though, on how they have like the IO. Because this was like the IO, and this was the 7. I think that was like one of the coolest parts in this map. It kind of like got taken over by... It was kind of half and half with the IO and the 7. But let's just go back down here. There's really, I'm not sure really what I want to look at. But there was Tilted Towers when it got taken over by the IO. Throughout the season, the IO, I think this IO did lose, and the 7 wound up taking over everything. That's why in Season 3 it was like a celebration thing. But we probably could go check out that, because I think that's where the Gunnar boss was. I'm not sure, the Man Cavern or something. I think that's what it was called. I'm not too familiar with these names in Chapter 3 Season 2, but here we go. My game crashed. I'm not sure if it was because of all the stuff that was loading in. I mean, I am on high graphics. I mean, look at this. Like, the map is just bugging out. Am I going to go through the mountain? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but I can't fly right now, but I'm just going to get up. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of stuff isn't loaded properly. I'm not sure what's going on now. I'm just in a dark environment. Let's just see. I guess I just go back to the lobby and then go back. Yeah, I'm not sure why it crashed. That is very unlikely in like scenarios like this, but looks like the stuff is not loading. Let's just see if I can. Okay, I'm just gonna go down here. Maybe I won't fall through. Okay, there we go. Let's just search this. Yeah, we're getting the Chapter 3, Season 3 loot. I'm not sure why I can't fly again. But yeah, this is, I think, Command Cavern. I'm not sure. The loading is very, very bad. As you can tell, like, I have to, like, I can't even... Yeah, the shadows is bad on this. But this was one of the coolest POIs, I think, in Chapter 3, Season 2. Now, you did have the Daily Bugle, which I think is still there. That didn't change into Season 3. There's really not a lot of stuff that changed, besides, like, the blimps, the explosions right here. We did have a live event in this season as well. But, I mean, it's still pretty cool, like, just the fact that I can just go on a map code and be playing Chapter 3, Season 2 by just, you know, downloading Fortnite. I think it's still pretty crazy. And then I can go check out Chapter 5. Then I can go check out, you know, Chapter 1 and 2. But the fact that that's an option, I think is pretty crazy. But yeah, we can just move along the map with the weapons we got. The map code is on screen. Well, it's not the map code, but that's a way to look it up in the Fortnite Discovery tab. And you'll see the map right there, and you can check it out right there. But if we do move up here, this is actually part of the 7. I'm not sure, I'm assuming they may not have the copter. Because we did get the helicopters back in this season. It was like the 7 kind of like wrap over it. But we don't have that in UEFN or creative, whatever you want to call it. I really don't know what to look at, but once again, I mean, it's still pretty cool. The fact that I'm moving on to Chapter 3 map right now in 2025. I mean, I think this came out like 3 years ago. Which it kind of doesn't feel like it in a way, but, you know, we can probably go to Coney Crossroads. I think that's what they call that. Okay, just keep moving. Now, I'm trying to fly, but it does not allow me to. So I'm just going to keep using the grapple. That's probably like the best movement item when it comes to this. So here we are at Coney Crossroads. Now, I'm not sure if like the shadow thing is like a graphic issue. Like, I'm not sure if I have to like lower my graphics or something like that. But I kind of like it high because it just looks better. But I haven't had any FPS drops like I did in the Chapter 2 map. The Chapter 2 map was tearing my FPS apart. But I'm not sure if I had something, you know, on in the background. I'm not sure. Oh, there is tanks. Okay. I really did enjoy the tanks, even though they were annoying. I always thought the tanks were pretty fun, especially for a squad. You could, like, you know, ADS and then go shoot like that. I always thought the tanks were fun, but at a point it did get annoying. But here is Coney Crossroads, I think. Is there like a sign? This was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of Holly Hedges in a way, because you had like all this type of stuff. Here is the blimp of Coney Crossroads. I think we didn't have the 0 point in the middle until Season 3. But you have tilted over there. You have like the 7. The Jonesies or the Jonases, whatever you want to call it, over there. I'm not sure what they called this, the Sanctuary. I think is what they called it. And then you had like the Desert POIs. I always thought this map was decent. It definitely looked the best when we did launch on Season 1. But yeah, this is really much it. There's really nothing else to check. I've already checked out this map the first time I made a Chapter 3 video. And it kind of is just getting more or less appetizing in a way, because I've already seen most of the stuff. Season 2 wasn't anything different. Even though Season 3 had more, like, newer stuff than Season 2, I'm waiting for Season 4. Because I think Season 4 was the funnest besides Season 1, because of all the chrome, and I always thought it looked cool. So yeah, this is the map. It looks cool. It looks like they even got the, you know, Sky Dome working as well. If you want to check it out, just search up Chapter 3 Playground in the Discovery tab. Make sure to like this video and comment down below. What did you think of Chapter 3 Season 2?